We've been talking about the dangers of fat today, but our next guest says not all fat is created equal. Dr. Jim Lyons is a plastic surgeon as well as the author of The Brown Fat Revolution. He says brown fat is where it's at. Welcome, Dr. Lyons. Thanks for being here.
How are you, Jim?
Thanks. Thank you.
No, just to preface this, I've known Jim for years, and I'm not bragging, it's a fact that he and I could probably fill this space with the fat that we've removed from people. So he knows his fat. I know my fat. I want to see what he has to say about brown fat.
So you guys remove what you call the bad fat, but tell us why you like brown fat, what brown fat is.
Brown fat is healthy fat. So I want people to think about fat the way they have about skin, and fat's not always the enemy. Right. So we as plastic surgeons realize that sometimes we need volume, we need fat. And as time has gone on, we realize that volume is the essence of youth.
We know that children have brown fat, but it goes away. We know that we have a certain amount of brown fat around our certain inner organs in our body.
Yeah, this is the exciting thing, that as you probably know, the New England Journal of Medicine came out in April with a study where they showed that the brown fat you're talking about, which is in mammals, small rodents, and in children, they could induce the reforming of that brown fat by exposing people to long periods of cold temperature. And what that verified is that we can change the quality of fat with external modifications.
And the reason brown fat is good is because it actually burns energy. It's one of the fats that can help keep us warm, unlike other fat, which you can just think of as storage.
And what you're proposing is that you want to get this brown fat to actually eat up the yellow fat, to metabolize it.
The point is that by eating properly and exercising properly, you could change the shape of your body by changing the consistency of your fat, not just the quality of the fat. Okay, so this is a picture of yellow fat. You can see the bright yellow color. This glistening character tells me normal diet. She's not obese, but this is normal fat. Now here, this is skin here and the dermis, a denser association between the upper portion. This was not removed for any other reason than for tucking of skin. So it's not a fat-reducing operation. And this fat tends to look more tan, is very dense. These globules do not come off very easily. And the final photograph will show us the classic yellow fat, easily removed liposuction. This fat's taken from the abdomen, so it's very yellow, very greasy, no fibrous tissue, comes out like butter, and it doesn't have any shape or contour of its own relative to the body, just sort of hangs off of the body.
But I'm going to challenge you really quickly, which is we all know that we have some brown fat, but there's no way to definitively say that, okay, this person went from having a certain amount of brown fat to a higher amount of brown fat. It's not something that we can truly measure.
Correct. I want to emphasize better the quality of the fat, not the volume. You could have a very thin person with all yellow fat if they're over-exercising and if they're not eating properly. So it's not about volume, it's about quality.
Dr. Lyons' book, The Brown Fat Revolution, is in stores on September 15th. Everyone here is getting a copy.
Yeah. We get a copy too, right?